Libra, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. And as always, I'll be teaching the tarot through each card so you not only receive your message, but you could grow your own intuitive skills. That's what this channel is all about, connecting you with the cards and God. And of course, this week is all about love and the nightmare state. Okay, so that's so Libra. You've been tangling up yourself about love for so long right now. And even I'm going to continue with the July and the week before that reading. You need to do you, Libra. You need to love who you want. The cards are suggesting that you really kind of buy into yourself, even if you need to keep a secretive nature about your activities right now and who your heart is belonging to. But don't get yourself all tangled up and don't believe that you can't have your happily ever after when you want to. Okay, let's get into why I'm saying this. There's a lot of heart here. And we're starting off with that first card placement is the Two of Cups in that significator. So that's a general gist of the reading. So falling in love with others, falling in love with myself, falling in love with life again. It's a really great kick in the heart and the spirit that's been lacking for a long time for Libra. And when a heart gets engaged in a Libra, that's when magic happens. So let's not do anything to kill this vibe, because I want to say that because I want you to really believe in that love nature and that it's really there for your benefit, no matter what you're trying to tell yourself otherwise, all right? Or like shame yourself or undermine yourself in any way, shape, or form. Libra, your heart has been engaged somehow. I want you to honor that and just dig it, okay? And the reason why I'm saying that is that crossing card, the second card placement, which is not allowing the Two of Cups to really manifest in that really beautiful state, is the Lover's card. So major arcana card, and asking, what do you want to do with your heart? So with this kind of combo, I would say, like, you're falling in love. Let's say you're falling in love with someone that maybe even from the past, and everyone and their mother or you, even yourself, has told you that's not the right vibe. That's not the right choice. That's not the right character. Whatever the kind of narrative is, that's a reflection of the Lover's card. And I'm going to really need you to kind of think clearly, Libra, this week about how you're blocking your own manifestation of the Two of Cups. And I think it's just a narrative. And again, it could be from other people, other ways that we feel like we need to conform to society and family and community. That would be a reflection of just doing your own thing. And I need you really to kind of be comfortable in that. You know, whatever that is where your heart is engaged, I need to believe in you and not let other people have that kind of that position in you, right? Your top position should be you and what you want to do with your heart. Take those things into consideration, because certain characteristics and things like that, let's say you have fallen in love with somebody that's not really groovy magoovy, you got to go to their heart. You know what I mean? That's the whole thing. And obviously something's good happening because you're falling in love in shape or form. But the problem here is in the third card placement, and the way that God wants us to look at the week, is the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is the nightmare card in tarot. That's what I was saying about, got a lot of love here, but of course we've got that dose of nightmare, right? And again, that's so Libra. You beat yourself up for the love, and especially since it's standing on top of the Two of Cups, it's like the nightmare is killing your love vibe. And you've been waiting to fall into a love vibe for so long. Let's not kill it. Let's see where it goes. Even if it's like, you know, I don't think the questioning is bad here. I think it's a good thing always, but I think it's being put in such a negative condemnation of you, and that would be past reflection stuff. So I would say, like, let's just look at everything as a fresh page. Like, nothing's been written, even if you're revisiting old relationships and they're igniting in a new way, right? Okay, so just don't kill any vibe of love. Let's just see where it goes. Let's give it some, let's just give it some breath, right? Because there's a lot of stuff going on here, and I'm going to validate that in the fourth card placement, because that's maybe why the Lovers is sitting on top of the Ten of Pentacles. The fourth card placement, the base of the matter in the reading, I like to say the gut feeling, the Ten of Pentacles, that happily ever after in the area of the material, family, home, relationship, work, career, our bodies, community, all our health, everything all falls under the domain of the Pentacles. But you reach this end of the state of the minor arcana, and it's kind of all worth it. That's the way I like to say it. It's like, while it was a really tough journey, it was really all worth it. That's you standing back. So I just have to ask you, Libra, if you feel like it's all worth it in the very core of your gut, then don't you think it is? So I think that you just need to kind of go with that feeling a little bit. And I can see the rough waters of the fifth card placement of the past reflection of the Nine of Wands. And that is kind of a reflection of you on this love journey over the last year or so. It's been really tough for you. It's been a lot of upheaval, a lot of chaos. But what's nice about the nine, it's coming to an end. And the wands also too have to deal with career, community, our creative energy that can be applied to family and relationship as well. So wherever, again, it's usually the whole kit and caboodle because a Libra has their heart extended in a lot of different ways. So that is an ending cycle. And maybe that's why this new refresh is starting to revisit of the heart. Like it's kind of the karmic reward that you're getting, but you're kind of blocking it with all these limitations and boundaries that just I don't think need to be in place right at this point, okay? And I'm saying that also too because you're feeling like you need to keep it a little secretive. In the sixth card placement is the present. What's going on right now? We have the major arcana card, the magician. So it means that you can make magic happen in the exalted state. You have the ability of the cups, of the heart, the swords, the intellect, the coin, the pentacles, right? And the wands for creative energy. That's all your magic ability. But it also means secret. And I always like to say keeping things close to your chest for your maneuvering, and it's for your betterment. You know what I mean? Sometimes we're dealing with deceiving people as well in the non-exalted state, but it can lend you a smokescreen to throw off kind of people's off your scent kind of way if you need to get away from them. The magician is here for your favor. So wherever that resonates with you, you just need to look closely at it, but don't feel badly about it because maybe that's what's happening because it's so close to the nine of swords and sitting on top of that love. I just don't want you to feel badly about anything because love is love and love is a beautiful thing, okay? So again, just look at that combo of the lovers where those kind of characteristics come into play. Just make sure it's the best for you, all right? And the eight cups is sitting in the seventh card placement. So I just have to say, if this is a refresh of a past relationship that's getting a new restart, or no new people you knew from the past, or came across people, whatever. That's the eight. The eight is the refresh, rejuvenation in the area of the heart. And the seventh card placement is the way we're feeling about ourselves. So we want to refresh. So let's say you have a refresh. I'll even say this too, that you're moving away from people that situations that you would normally go for in the past. That would be a reflection of the lover's card. Like just leave that, do what you do for your betterment. Okay, whatever that kind of dynamic is, and take that new path. All your cups are in a row. You're coming out of Shadowland. You don't know exactly where you're going, but you're liking being in love. That's a really big plus right there. So I want you to kind of focus on that this week, all right? Because other people look at you, oh my gosh, in the eighth card placement, how other people view us is the Ten of Wands. The Ten of Wands is the completion state in the area, the creative of the minor arcana, right? And the 10 means we need to move on. We need to move on in a new direction. So let's say that it's just because of some of these cards. Let's say that other people, let's say you've ignited something as an example with someone that other people think like, oh no, not again, or look at this person, that might person, even if it's a new relation, that they're not for her or whatever, and it's kind of beating you down. You just got to look at those things that pluck your nerve to see if they resonate or not, to see if you need to take a hard look at it, right? But if not, then you need to make sure that you're moving into a new direction, because we don't want to have people seeing us as the Ten of Wands. It's great for accomplishment and stuff like that, but if we linger too long there, we stay too long, and in my deck, you get crushed by it. It's the wand. So we don't want that to happen because you have accomplishments here. And maybe that's the thing too. It's like, you're reluctant maybe to go on in new directions, wherever that case is, even in the creative. Don't be, because this is all about new stirring nature, and you're ready to stand in the spotlight no matter what. That's that ninth position. And then hopes and fears, it's the major arcana card, the sun. So we got a few major arcana cards here. So a little bit of a life shift here, right? Life lessons coming into play, that it's all designed around you, Libra. And hopes and fears in that ninth card placement. And the sun is for our betterment, right? When we're pitching ourselves or our ideas, everything gravitates to the sun, right? And it makes us feel good. It puts a spotlight on us. So that's nice. But it also puts a spotlight on truth. So maybe you're afraid of that, especially with that secret card. You just got to look at that and maybe come to terms, whatever that is, or deal with whatever the way that dynamic is, okay? But also, too, for the sun, for the ancient tarot, allowed your heart and your head to open up and allow some fresh air in there, and like a laser beam of God's light to kind of zap out any insecurities, fears, and anxiety that have been building up for a long time, especially with the nightmare card. And remember, the nightmare card is only in your own head. You're the one that's generating it, all right? So, and other people are already seeing you down and out already from this. So it's such a bummer to have all this beautiful light of the love, but being stifled by the mind, right? And the only one that can untangle that mindset is you. And I need you to get into spirit and not the mind, because the spirit is the only thing that's going to take over. And love is the only thing that's going to take over a negative narrative. And I'm going to validate that as well in the outcome card. So use the laser beam of light of God's love to zap any doubts and insecurities, fears, that normal buildup after tough stuff, right? Okay. But it's all about you shining that light on you right now, and what you want to know is your truth and what makes you happy, I think, Libra. Okay. Not what makes everybody else happy or what their opinion about it is, but what makes you happy, right? And how you want to do stuff. And I'll also say this, just too, with the Nine of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles, for some of you that might be dealing with stuff that you don't have your happily ever after, or wasn't worth it in the area of family, or a nightmare card is happening with family. My thing is the same. Keep doing you. Even if you have to move in a secretive manner to kind of let yourself blossom, your heart blossom, your mind and your spirit blossom, because that's what this time is all about. And I'm going to validate it as well in the outcome card. In the 10th card placement, it's the Three of Cups. It's marriage, it's partnership, it's relationship, all taken to the next level. So for anyone that's thinking about that, or praying and wishing, again, with the 10 of Pentacles and the Three of Cups, it's a combination that you can make anything happen and manifest it. So believe in your own ability. Believe in who you are. Don't take everybody else's narrative point of view. This is a moment for you, Libra. Whatever that is for your heart, you want to take it to the next level, and I suggest that you start to explore to do so, okay? Because the validation here in the bonus card, as well as the Two of Wands, is inspiration, imagination coming to life again. It's getting a flame, right, in our creative energy. And again, for Libra, that could touch anything, but I think it's touching a whole lot of love and empowerment for you, and feeling good about yourself, which has been so nice to feel and welcome, I bet. And what's nice about the Two of Wands, I'm just coming out of the dark time of enlightenment and spiritual and emotional growth, right? I have the universal message of God. That's the priest right there. I've learned some stuff. I've learned how to balance man-made thoughts, right, along with my animal instincts. And I think that's also in play here too. I think a little bit of animal instincts is getting the really nice, the better of you in a really good way. So don't be like embarrassed of that or drive yourself crazy with that kind of stuff. Just go with it. It's all about the heart, Libra, and you got to honor it, because God's trying to ignite it in a new way, and it's all for your betterment. Okay, I want you to believe, believe, believe this week. Okay, so have a good week. It's really a doozy. Focus on the positive. Don't focus on the nightmare. Remove that kind of thinking. You're the only one that could do it, and I know you can. So thanks for visiting the channel. If you're so inclined to like or subscribe, the love has been so amazing. Thanks so much.